The kids that are served here have really experienced the unthinkable.
It's a safe place for kids to come and talk about what's happened to them.
It stops future abuse from happening for any specific child who comes into the center.
The Allen Child Protection Center in Waterloo is a place of safety, a place of hope, and a place to start recovery for children and dependent adults who are suspected victims of abuse or witnesses to crime. Established in 2010, the Allen Child Protection Center serves 27 Iowa counties. Other services include mental health support, the Family Resiliency Program, which serves drug-endangered children, and child abuse prevention programs.
Sometimes abuse can be very shameful. They can feel like they were a cause of it. We can address that with them accessing services from this center. We can make sure they know moving forward they were not the cause of the abuse.
It's a neutral environment. They have trained forensic interviewers. They ask non-leading questions. It's just a safe environment for the kids to come and share the trauma they've experienced.
In 2024, 650 patients were seen at the center, most of them kids between 5 and 12 years old.
You know, they've had a lot of trauma in their life, or there's been some sort of abuse allegation that has been made. And I really think the center staff are the ones that help with that first step of healing.
Services are free to patients and families. In fact, kids can take home a toy, but they do leave 2 important items behind: information about what's happened to them and a button.
Every time a patient's seen, they get to place a button in this big jar to show that they're not alone. I love that representation of I'm not alone. Here is 50, 75, 150 other buttons that represent other people that have been in the same situation as me.
As the center's services have expanded, it's seeing more patients and families than ever before. While funding formulas from the state have stayed the same for several years, there are privacy and security issues which must be addressed. Narrow hallways and limited rooms, staff working too close together in a shared space or in offices outside the center's walls, and a crowded waiting room.
When families come to access services, they might feel confined with a limited space to wait for their interviews or to meet with professionals. That can produce re-traumatization of both the child they brought in and themselves.
Help the center match the growing needs of Northeast Iowa. Join Creating Safe Spaces, Changing Lives in support of moving the center to a new location at the Allen College campus. This $1.5 million capital campaign will allow the center to renovate Alumni Hall to better serve clients and families. The new location will create more privacy and security, better accessibility, a less intimidating space for kids to enter, and additional interview and observation rooms.
One of the things we want to avoid is anybody waiting to get their needs met. We also want to stop those cycles of abuse, not only for that individual, youth that we're serving, but also ongoing maybe patterns that have been happening that can be interrupted long term.
Donating to this campaign is helping that child tell their story and giving them that first step towards healing after a traumatic event.
With your help, the Allen Child Protection Center will deliver more impact to safeguarding children.
The Allen Child Protection Center is extremely vital for law enforcement. Their first step of walking in here helps break the cycle of abuse. The education that they receive here, the resources, just these professionals here leave an impact on these kids, and it leads to a safer community with that cycle broken.
The center's used a lot, which is kind of that catch-22. You don't want the center to be used because that means abuse is happening, but then you want the center to be used because that means we're reporting abuse is happening, and that's one step closer to ending child abuse.
And abuse can be shrouded with shame and secrecy, and definitely feelings by both perpetrator and victim of being out of control. And this space provides them reassurance that, that they are worthy of support, that their assessments will be comprehensive, and that recovery can start moving forward.
Support the Allen Child Protection Center and make our state and community stronger by creating safe spaces and changing lives.